What if we told you that the olive oil in your kitchen might be a product of criminal activity? Yes, you heard it right. Your beloved extra virgin olive oil, the heart-healthy staple of your Mediterranean diet, might just be a pawn in a global game of deceit. We are talking about food fraud, a shadowy underworld where authenticity takes a back seat to profit. From Italy to your local grocery store, criminal syndicates have their greasy fingers in the pie, manipulating the food supply chain with deft precision. Imagine this. A bottle labeled premium cold-pressed Italian olive oil actually contains a blend of inferior oils, cleverly disguised and slipped onto supermarket shelves. This is not a one-off scandal, it's a global epidemic. These well-oiled operations are not just duping us, they're undermining our trust in what we eat. And it's not just about olive oil, it's about every item in your pantry. The bottle of olive oil you just bought might not be as innocent as it seems. Would you believe that what you're consuming might not be what you think it is? Let's delve into the murky world of food fraud, an underbelly of deception that's closer to home than you might think. Picture this. You're in your local supermarket, eyeing a bottle of premium olive oil. It's got all the right labels, the price tag matches its supposed high quality. But is it really what it claims to be? Food fraud takes many forms, from the simple mislabeling of products, to the downright scandalous substitution of inferior or completely different items. Take our olive oil for instance. It could be a blend of cheaper oils, masquerading under the guise of a premium product. And it's not just about cutting corners or making an extra buck. The profits from these scams are colossal, running into the billions. So next time you sit down to eat, remember, the food on your plate might be a masterful work of deception. But the deception is more than just a dent to your wallet. It's a sinister game of Russian roulette with your health. Imagine someone with a severe peanut allergy, unknowingly consuming a product that's been adulterated with traces of nuts. Or consider those who abide by specific dietary restrictions for religious or ethical reasons, unwittingly eating something that goes against their beliefs. The violation is not just physical, it's emotional and spiritual too. Food fraud doesn't discriminate. From the high-end restaurant serving faux Kobe beef to the local grocery store stocking counterfeit olive oil, we're all potential victims. And it's not just about taste or even money, it's about safety, health, and trust. When we can't rely on what's on the label, we're left vulnerable to the hidden dangers lurking in our food. In this high-stakes game of deception, the risks are real, and the outcomes can be deadly. The cost of food fraud is not just monetary, it's a threat to our health and trust. So how can you, as a consumer, fight back? Unraveling the fraud requires vigilance and awareness. It's about knowing that food fraud exists and understanding how it can affect you. One practical method of identifying food fraud is thorough label reading. Look for inconsistencies in the labeling and packaging. If the product claims to be premium, but the price tag doesn't match, it could be a red flag. Another useful approach is to buy from trusted and reputable sources. Local farmers markets, for instance, are often a safer bet than unknown online vendors. Be wary of deals that seem too good to be true. If a top-grade olive oil is being sold for a fraction of the usual price, it's likely not genuine. Lastly, don't be afraid to question and investigate. If something seems off, it probably is. Remember, knowledge and vigilance are our first line of defense against food fraud. But the fight against food fraud isn't a battle consumers should face alone. Around the globe, concerted efforts are being made to expose and combat this widespread deception. Food fraud task forces, comprising dedicated professionals, are diligently working around the clock to safeguard our meals. From scientists in laboratories testing for authenticity to law enforcement officers on the ground cracking down on these illicit operations, teamwork is the key. Stricter regulations are being implemented with heavier penalties for those caught in the act. Technology too plays a pivotal role. Sophisticated systems are being developed for tracking and tracing food products, ensuring they haven't been tampered with along their journey from farm to table. This is a tale of resilience and determination, of consumers, scientists, and law enforcement officers uniting to protect the sanctity of our food. Together, we can reclaim the integrity of our food supply chains and ensure that what's on our plate is exactly what it should be.